We just made it to Khao Sok National Park.
And we're gonna be staying in these floating bungalows for the next 36 hours.
We have a lot of fun things lined up, like kayaking, hiking, and hopefully seeing some nature.
We've already made it to the bungalows, but this morning started out way earlier, getting picked up by the vans.
We were fortunate enough that the tour took care of our bags and onward transfer as well.
We're getting on the van.
We were the 5th minivan, and there are 6 total and 52 people joining the tour today. There's a lot of people. 2.5 hours later, we arrived at the Khao Sok National Park entry point, and we met our tour guide and our tour group. Our tour guide briefed us on everything that we were going to be doing in the next 36 hours and gave us a very comprehensive safety briefing. The tour group entered the longboat, and this was about to be a 40-minute boat ride to our accommodation. They even gave us some life jackets, which were probably a 4XL. Enough for me. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Of course, we can make this all look really nice, but here's a glimpse into the reality. And after being sufficiently soaked, we made it to our accommodation, and we were absolutely pumped.
So we have a few minutes before we're going on our next tour, so I thought I would show you around. Currently we're on the docks, and behind me you can see the kitchen area where we eat all the meals. They prepare all the food for us, and then we just come and we eat, so that's super nice. And all the food is included in the price that we paid for our room. There's also a mini shop here that you can buy a bunch of snacks at, and I think they have some beer you can buy there if you want.
But I also think it's about double the price of what we could have picked up at 7-Eleven on the mainland, because we're in the middle of nowhere.
Now there's bungalows on both sides, but we're taking you to the left because that's where ours is. First off, we have this nice little dock, and if you look this way, you can see all the fish. So cool. These are absolutely massive fish.
All of these bungalows along here with the view of this are the private rooms and what we got. And then the bungalows over here facing back towards the eating area are the kind of shared accommodation that is typical. We kind of splurged on this one, so that's why we got the private one.
Welcome to our floating bungalow. So first off, we have some seating areas that look out on our amazing view. And then we have a nice glass sliding door so that we can always admire the view. So one thing about this place is that electricity only turns on from 6 p.m. till about 8 or 9 in the morning. It's only when you're really going to be staying in the room, so it's definitely a bit toasty in here. These rooms are pretty basic because I think the whole point is that you're spending most of your time outside the rooms, but coming into the bedroom, we have a big queen-size bed, a little bit stiff, not gonna lie, but that's pretty typical for beds in Asia, we're finding.
I wouldn't say this is just stiff. I would say this is hard compared to some of the other beds we've had.
We have some nice blankets that I don't think we'll use at all. I don't know if you can see, but our house kind of has this fun feature where it rocks when it gets super wavy. So that should be interesting later tonight.
When we first got here, our door was wide open because if you don't close it and lock it, the actual rocking is gonna just swing the sliding door open.
You can kind of hear it rocking again. This happens when boats go by and create big waves. We also got some towels for when we go swimming, so that was super nice. Not only do we have the glass sliding door, but we have 2 windows on either side, which brings in a lot of light, which is super nice. And the bonus with this room and why we wanted to upgrade, not only did we get a way better view, but this one has a private bathroom, whereas the other ones had to all share a communal bathroom. And we've been doing that a lot, all the hostels we've been staying at, but we knew like 3 weeks in, it might be nice for just one night where we don't have to share a bathroom with someone else. It's pretty simple. We've got the regular toilet, shower, and sink, and that's about it, but it gets the job done.
When you really think about it, this is a one-night tour of the national park. It's not an accommodation at a luxury resort, so we're not here necessarily 100% for the room. Obviously, we got the private room. We wanted to upgrade a little bit, have a nicer time in the evening, but you can also come here on an expensive resort, which hopefully we'll get to do one day. It is more about seeing the views, seeing the nature, hopefully seeing the elephants, if it works out for you, and just being in the national park and getting to see it all.
There's not many times where you get to sleep on the water and wake up in the middle of a 160 million year old jungle on the water with epic views, so we felt like we had to do it.
They do have here though kayaks and some other entertainment if you didn't want to do any of the tours and you just wanted to travel around the lake by yourself. Although if you have enough time, if you have 3 hours for example, and you kayak too far, you're getting lost. This lake is massive. With all that said and done, let's get on to the first activity.
We just finished our swim time and now we're heading out on our first safari. We're about to go on some hiking and some wildlife watching, so it should be pretty cool.
I hope we see something.
I hope we see wild elephants. That's what I really want to see.
That would be so cool. We just made it to the beginning of our trek. I'm not sure how hard this hike is gonna be. Our guide told us that some people think it's extremely hard and some people think it's pretty easy.
It's supposed to be less than a kilometer though, I think, so
we can do it.
Nothing's impossible with that short of a distance.
After that, we're going to be going to the Coral Cave and bamboo rafting, so that's something to look forward to. The hike has begun.
We're supposed to be quiet so everyone can hear the nature.
We're passing a lot of elephant poops from, I think the elephants were here last week, which actually canceled the hike, so luckily we're able to do it. But it's massive.
It is so crazy to think that this jungle is 160 million years old.
That means that dinosaurs walked where we're walking right now.
This is the oldest jungle in the world, they're pretty sure.
Older than the Amazon. The size of this leaf is crazy. So far, this hike is mostly downhill, which is kind of nice.
But it also means that the way back is gonna be difficult.
Walking through this rainforest is kind of a reminder of like what the megafauna used to look like, and it's crazy because we're on the floor, but every tree is going at least like 50 feet above us. I guess that's what the dinosaurs lived with, hey Sierra?
Yeah.
What do you think happened to them?
I don't even know. How does that get out here? We're in the middle of a lake. Wow, look at this water. It's literally emerald green.
We have seen our first spider. We absolutely need to show you guys. It is a massive.
That is a dinosaur-ass spider. Oh man. We gotta take that across the water.
We do have to queue for a while, and our guide told us if the queue is longer than an hour, then we're probably gonna, I don't know, do something else.
It doesn't look like it should take an hour though. It looks like there's maybe one group ahead of us.
So we've had to wait a little bit for our bamboo raft to arrive. We were told that we might have to wait an hour. I don't think it's been quite an hour yet, but
It's getting close.
We're getting concerned that kayaking might have been a better option.
I hope this is pretty epic. This is definitely one of the sketchiest things we've ever done.
We're taking on water. We were taking on a lot of water. Now we gotta hike up to the Coral Cave. Wow.
That's pretty crazy. I think we've made it to the Coral Caves. It looks pretty epic. The stalactites are really cool here. I'm really hoping we get to go a little bit into the caves. This is pretty cool.
The cave here is massive. And it looks like coral.
He said it was 50% actual coral.
And the remainder was stalactite and stalagmite. So he said every single year this can grow up to 3 millimeters because the water is coming through the top of the mountain all the way down, and it is collecting the minerals that create the stalactites and stalagmites, and that's how it grows, 3 millimeters. Our guide proceeded to explain some rock formations to us, such as the one you're seeing here, which is known as brain coral because of the folds in it, or also curtain coral. He then used a flashlight to showcase the layering of this rock and how it all formed from water coming through the ground. Which leads us to the coral directly above our head, known as mushroom coral. I think because it looks like oyster mushroom, but a lot of these guides make some sexual jokes, so it might look like something else as well.
A lot of money stick around this area. 20 baht, 50 baht, 100 baht. Money stick around this area a lot. The local people, they believe this one is the holy stone. If you go to the temple, some area, a lot of money stick around, and the money not disappear because they believe that area is the holy place. If you take it back, you will get a bad luck, or the spirit will follow you. I believe like this too. That's why every time I came here, I never took the money back. I see 20 baht, 50 baht, 100 baht. I never get the money back. I worry the ghost follow me. But if I see 1,000 baht, I will take it back. I don't believe.
That was pretty cool.
He had some funny stories, but the cave itself was, I've never really been inside of a cave before.
So cool. I have, and that one by far was probably one of the coolest. The coral just makes it look so unique to most caves that you'll go into. Definitely worth the wait.
A lot of different rock formations, and yeah, just very interesting how it all happens.
We saw the craziest spider in there though. Tander will put in a picture. That was awful. But I was ready to get out of there as soon as I saw that. We're heading back now because we're about to do an evening safari. We're not like going into the jungle. I think it's like a safari from the water, and we're gonna try and spot some wildlife, I think. I really want to see some elephants.
I'll take anything, even a bear. I saw a bear on someone's post the other day. I would take that.
And we're back to the hike.
We made it on the boat, about to go on the safari.
We're back at the bungalows now. Unfortunately, we only had a few minutes before we had to get back for dinner, so they said we couldn't see any elephants. He also said that even if we sat there and waited for hours, they probably most likely weren't going to be there because they've gone past our accommodations a few kilometers. So a little disappointing that we didn't see anything, but we still have one more safari tomorrow morning that will be going on. And he said monkeys
and hornbills,
and
which is a bird.
hornbills. A little less exciting than elephants.
I don't know, as long as we can get some good photos, I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay. I was really hoping for some elephants. He said there was like a bunch of babies literally just a few days ago. Oh, I would have loved to see that, but oh well. Can't control them, they are wild, so.
We have about 30 minutes until dinner now, so we're just gonna kind of kick back, maybe swim a little bit, and then eat. I think it's some fish, so Hopefully it's good.
We ended up spending time with some new friends that we made, and we're putting out good energy into the universe to hopefully see something tomorrow. And this dinner spread looked absolutely crazy.
So I think this is gonna be the strangest dinner we've had.
It is a whole fish, fins and scales and everything. It even still has its teeth. So I've never quite eaten anything like this before. I don't know if I can do it.
Hi guys, you're vegetarian.
Before Sierra tries the fish, this morning, those fish that we saw swimming near our little bungalow.
That's the fish they're serving us now.
Let's see if you like it.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to use my hands, to be honest.
It's not bad. It just tastes like a crispy fish. There's definitely bones in there that I'm munching on though.
It's really just a light white fish. I don't know. It's fine. The food on this tour, not terrible.
They put this green curry on the table, and this one's really good.
I'll give it a try.
Oh, the chippy too.
That's good.
Only the fish was really weird. The rest of this food is actually pretty good.
Good morning. Today we are going to try to get some redemption on seeing wildlife and experiencing the national park here.
It's currently 6:20 in the morning, and we're gonna go see the sounds of nature this morning. Also, the sun is rising right now, right over the mountains. It's so beautiful. We're currently at the very back of the boat, even behind the driver, because he said we could sit here because I bet we're not going all too fast this morning.
And we'll have unobstructed views. Listen to the sounds. Sierra is very cold, so she's using a life jacket as a blanket. It was extremely warm last night, so it's surprising how cool it is this morning.
At this point, we were pretty bummed because all we were getting was sounds.
But our luck would soon turn around as we were blessed with a couple of sightings.
I found my coffee.
That safari was pretty incredible.
We got to see the monkeys.
And a bird that has a yellow beak and like a white strapping on its wings. Not sure what kind of bird it was.
Not too familiar with their bird types, but it was still really cool to see. And the monkeys are so cool. They were definitely like just playing in the trees. It was really cool. I'm just so happy we actually spotted some animals. It was probably iffy for the first 20 minutes of the tour, not seeing anything. And then we finally started to see some things. We're just about to have our breakfast now, and then I think we're gonna maybe take the kayaks out for a little bit. Kayaking time. Just got in the kayak. We have a single paddle because I'm on camera duty, of course.
Passenger princess.
Even in the kayak. Tanner's decided to take us all the way across from where we're staying to what we've been looking at all morning. Maybe we'll see some more monkeys. Unfortunately, we didn't see any monkeys, so I told my chauffeur to turn the boat around. I seriously just can't get over this view.
That was Khao Sok National Park. It was an incredible experience.
Honestly, the views made the whole experience worth it. They were just incredible, and it's so cool to be able to say that we stayed in a floating bungalow in the middle of a lake.
The only thing that I would say is because the park and the cliff faces are so magnificent that if you could book a little bit of a nicer place so that the place also feels magnificent and the whole experience feels incredible.
But if you're on a budget like us, this was still a great option, still super cool. Definitely upgrade the room. See you in the next one.